Hey y'all, welcome back. This may come as a shock to you, but there are no real estate emergencies. I said it and I meant it. Most agents believe everything is a real estate emergency due to the fact that no one properly explained to them that real estate, by its very nature, is actually a perpetual series of tiny catastrophes. And it's your job as an agent to protect your clients from those catastrophes. So why is real estate, by its very nature, a perpetual series of tiny catastrophes? Because even though the process of buying and selling real estate is pretty much the same thing over and over again, the same concepts, the same contracts, the same start, the same finish, the biggest variable in every real estate transaction and interaction is people. And people are all different and a little crazy. They leave that part out in real estate school. No one prepares you for this until now. In this exercise, you're not only going to be prepared, you're going to define a rock solid contingency plan to save you from spiraling during one of the most common tiny catastrophes in our industry, the ghost. You know, when a buyer or a seller flakes, they don't show up for the appointment or they cancel last minute. I get it, y'all. Being self-employed can sometimes feel like you're unemployed, especially if you're not having the closings that you need to cover your expenses. Remember, it's a personal business, but you can't take it personally. The appointment that you set up, that's also a person. Maybe they totally forgot. Maybe their husband forgot to put gas in their car and they're stranded on the side of the road. Again, there's infinite variables in people. But more than likely, it doesn't have a lot to do with you, especially if you've set yourself up for success. A great way, an awesome way to set yourself up for success is by utilizing systems for literally everything from prospecting to closing and beyond. In my system, my agents utilize a CRM that sets up an appointment and sends the client the reminder via text and email. Plus, it also puts it on the agent's calendar, reminding them to go ahead and reach out with a presumptive, hey, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow at 10 a.m. or whatever. This has exponentially reduced the amount of ghosting. But sometimes even the most prepared agent still gets ghosted or has a cancellation. It's totally normal and natural because remember, you're dealing with people. So in this exercise, I'd like you to make a contingency plan to implement in the event of an appointment, no-show, or cancellation. And no, I don't mean going to happy hour a few hours early. I mean, guys, if some dude named Rick from Zillow who insisted that he must see that house at 5:30 today, and you jump to make it happen, and he's nowhere to be found, and your mom or dad guilt is like on high alert because the kids ate McDonald's for the third day in a row, don't let it derail your goals, okay? You set aside time to work, so work. No guilt, only gains. Well, what work do you do during that time? Part of my process with my agents and also my own personal business is to have smart agent time because in the very wise words of Mark Cuban, you gotta put effort to know more about your industry than anybody else. Seriously, the more you learn, the more you earn. So what's one thing that you've been wanting to learn? Is it, how to create a hot sheet in your MLS? Do you want to know more about farming? Whatever it is, the easiest way to make your contingency plan a living, breathing thing that also takes the mental load off, which is key when maybe you're feeling a little guilty or have anxiety as an entrepreneur, which are two very common emotions of our tribe. Well, it's to write out the things in your business that you want to learn more about. And then that way you have a go-to list and you can tackle them one by one. But here's the key though, the game changer. You have to be specific about where that education is coming from because you want to be able to implement it immediately in the event of a cancellation or a no-show, hence why I call it a contingency plan. So on your list, you're going to have the link to the class or the information for it, the app, whatever it is that will take you there in the moment. Okay? That way, during that time when you're supposed to meet Rick, you can actually do something productive. You can take quick action to make effective use of that time instead of that entire hour finding what you needed to look up. The bonus is that that contingency plan is doing double duty for you because if you make it a weekly practice to have smart agent time, and you 100% should, now you've also got a running list, and that is a smart agent.